Alright, fellas, welcome back. This is Let's Play Fallout 3, Episode 3. And in this episode, we are just outside of Three Dog's office in the GNR studio. And I'm going to let him talk a little bit because he might be my favorite character in all of Fallout 3.
The look on your face says it all. You're wondering who the heck this guy is and why you should care. Well, prepare to be enlightened. I am Three Dog, jockey of discs and teller of truths, lord and master over the finest radio station to grace the wastes, Galaxy News Radio. And you, well, I know who you are. Heard about you leaving that vault, traveling the unknown, just like dear old Dad, huh? Met him already. Hey, when you're in the good fight, you gotta give it all you got and never ever hold back. Always dazzle them, I always say. Always dazzle them and spread the word. Imagine a picture, okay? A picture of the capital wasteland. All that brick and rock. A whole lot of nothing, right? There's people out there trying to just barely make it from day to day. Fighting to stay alive and make something out of what they got. But then you've got all kinds of shit. Slavers, super mutants, raiders. They all want a slice of the pie too, and aim to take it by force. Well, holy shit! Aren't you a chip off the old block? You are as smart as your dad. Since you know all about this cause, no need to explain the effect. Let's get you on your way. Oh, come on. You're a spitting image of the guy. He's been here before, and now you're here. Doesn't take a genius to figure it out. You want to find your dad, and it just so happens his location is known to yours truly. But if you want to know more, you're going to have to contribute to the good fight. I have the name and the talent, but what I don't have are people to run out and do the stuff I need. Sure, the Brotherhood watches over the place, yeah, but that's all they can spare. Galaxy News needs a doer. Someone who can go out there into that wild, woolly world and get shit done. So you game? You want to find your dad. And it just so happens his location is known to yours truly. He was here at Galaxy News. We had a great conversation. He's a real stand-up guy. If you want to know more, you're going to have to contribute to the good fight. Good, because this isn't going to be easy. Galaxy News Radio is my baby. I love it. I feed it. I keep it changed. But there's one problem. No one outside of DC can hear her cry. You see, some brainless super mutant thought it would be funny to shoot at the shiny round thing on the Washington Monument. Yep, that shiny thing was our broadcast relay. Now it's Swiss cheese. Without it, our broadcast range is quite limited. Of course, the factory that made the relay dishes is long gone, leveled, as in, we're never gonna scavenge that part again. It is risky. I would never lie to you. But there's something behind those eyes of yours that screams, I'm the one that can get shit done. Your dad had that same look in his eyes too. That's why Three Dog's helping you. One of the Brotherhood guys that passed through here mentioned seeing a dish in one of DC's old museums. It's the dish off the old Virgo 2 lunar lander in the Museum of Technology. I want you to get it, and bring it to the Washington Monument to replace the bad one. That's it. I sure know how to pick 'em. You're gonna be the best thing that ever happened to Galaxy News in a long time. If you need any more info, I'll be here waiting for you.
What a fantastic voice actor. Good God. That's just incredible. Alright, let's see real quick before we get into that. Lockpick. Bump science. Speech. 7 left. What do we do? Like 7 points. Yeah, do a little more repair. I'll do comprehension. Now that I have comprehension, I can use these books without feeling guilty, because you get an extra point if you wait until you have that perk. And we are on our way. Now we're going to head down, like Three Dogs said, to the Museum of Technology, get the dish, repair his relay, and all will be right with the world. So, aside from the game, I got about a half hour, 45 minutes, play a little Fallout 3, come and chit-chat with you guys. Hope you guys are having a great day. You know, I just finished uploading that first episode. I'm sure nobody's going to watch it, but it is kind of cathartic in a way to just get my thoughts out there. And I don't know, it's kind of like therapy, which is kind of stupid to say, but it kind of feels like therapy. You know, you're just sitting down talking about your thoughts and things that, you know, I don't really have people that I can talk about these things. I can talk about like real serious issues of life, but if I wanted to talk about the state of YouTube commentaries, who am I going to sit down and talk about that with, right? Unless I wanted to, you know, brave the waters of Reddit or something like that, or God forbid the YouTube comments section. But yeah, it's not really my thing. This is more my speed as it is. Here we go into the metro system of Fallout 3, the most loathed feature that I actually don't mind. I actually quite enjoy it. As long as you kind of know where you're going, if you can use the waypoints to guide you, it's not so bad. Let's hit this real quick. And I don't know if I want to use... Maybe I'll switch the laser pistol out. Just so I don't blow through the ammo. I don't have much ammo for this either. Let's see. Let's see how much damage this does. Get a little closer. Alright. That's a crit though. But yeah, just Dirty Harry and Feral Ghoul in the next week. Jesus God. Do that real quick. But yeah, so I'm kind of enjoying doing this. I went out today, got a haircut. I was just running errands, went to the grocery store. And I was like, man, like, I can't wait to sit down and do the next episode. Like, I know nobody's going to watch this. I know for a fact this is not what the YouTube algorithm wants, right? But I don't really care. It's kind of nice to just have that freedom of not expecting anything, right? As I said in the first episode, and if you guys have seen that, I always have to reference that. If you guys have seen that, I don't even know who I'm talking to at this point. Maybe just thin air. But in the first episode, I talked about how I had done several YouTube projects in the past, right? If I had to guess how many YouTube channels I've created, made thumbnails, channel art, icons for, and have uploaded videos to, I would say it's probably 3, 4, like 6 total, probably 6 YouTube channels. This one not even being the most recent that this video is going up on. The Bus Glocks YouTube channel, it's not the most recent channel I've worked on. I had an in-person, I don't even know what you would say, live action, I guess is the proper way to tell it. But, you know, reviewing different firearms. I'm a gun guy, I would say. So I do have that channel. It's Fan of Firearms if you guys want to check it out. I debated because this YouTube channel has 3 subscribers, and I'm pretty sure all 3 of them are people that I know in real life. Oh, I'm out of bullets. Fuck. I got a bit here. Oh, this will work just fine. I really want to only use energy weapons, but I don't have the energy weapon capital to make that a reality right now. But yes, I have 3 on this channel that this video is going up on, and I have 1,600 on the other one, 1,600, right? And you would think, like, you want to get the video out there to the broadest audience, and I agree, but I don't, almost like I don't care that nobody's going to watch this. I wouldn't want to bait and switch people. Like, those people that subscribe to that YouTube channel did so because they're interested in firearms and reviews and things like that, right? And if all of a sudden a game video pops up on their feed, they're gonna, what is this? Like, I didn't subscribe to this channel for this. So, you know, instead of doing that and getting it to the most eyes out there, I'm comfortable with this. I think this is better. I think this is the more I don't know. I feel like uploading it here has more integrity than just like, oh, I want people to see. I want people to see. Like, it would be nice if people watched, but it's not a prerequisite per se. I'm still getting excited to sit down and record these all the same. You know, it's no big deal. So that was on my mind. Also, there's some more Fallout. You know, ironically, there's more Fallout from the Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition coming down the pipe here, and I feel a little vindicated personally because I talked a heap of shit on it in the last episode, almost to the point that it was, all right, I'll say it was incoherent at times. It was rambling, it was ranting, but it made me feel better, you know? I don't know if I accomplished much by sitting there and bitching about it, but I felt better afterwards, and I think maybe that's all that matters at a certain point. But man, the fallout, I guess, is, you know, ironic enough to say, from them releasing that, it's just, it's been something to see, folks. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, I don't know when you're going to be watching it, but if you are watching it, you've probably heard about the Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition. At the time of this recording, it's November 11th. Happy Veterans Day. Shout out to all the vets out there. Thanks for your service. Appreciate y'all deeply. But it's 11:11. The guns fell silent, but not for Bethesda, because they are in a heap of shit. And this will be like water off a duck's back to them, I'm sure. They have a way of just skating by off their reputation. They get, you know, every now and then, you know, the Fallout 76 stuff and the canvas bag drama. Every now and then they get touched by it, but for the most part, they're able to re-release the same exact video game 10 different times, including the minorest of updates. And every time, it seems they just break shit. Every time. I don't understand how this always happens. I don't want to attribute to malice what could just be stupidity, because it could very well be malice, but I don't think so. I think it's more so they're just, you know, we want to get this product out there. We haven't really put a lot of time and energy investment into it, but we really want this product out there because it's going to make money, so just do it. And I understand to an extent why they're doing it. You know, obviously every company needs to make money. That's how they, you know, stay in business. That's how they're eventually, when I'm 60 years old, they're going to release Fallout 5 from the revenue that they've accrued and generated, right? So, hang on one second. Alright, I hope my microphone was muted for that, because I had to sneeze. So, you know, it's easy to say, like, the revenue they generated from Fallout 4 and 76 is going to go toward funding the creation of Fallout 5, but it will not be the case, fellas. Sorry to say. The money and revenue they're generating from, you know, whatever they're working on now, which I guess they worked on the Oblivion port. That's probably a huge revenue draw for them. The Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, I don't know how much of a revenue draw that'll be. I'm sure it'll make, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars, but I would be surprised if that was like a main draw for them. Starfield, if I had to guess, the reason that we're seeing these shitty Anniversary Editions pop up, and I mean, we had the Skyrim release. It's a meme at this point, like they did the fridge thing and all that. But why this shameless cash grab of Fallout 4 is probably a thing. If I had to guess, obviously it's just a way to make money. But why do they need to make money in this way? Maybe Starfield just didn't perform as well as they were hoping, right? Maybe they're missing a whole bunch of money that they were counting on having that they don't currently have because it floundered, and, you know, there's not many people even playing the DLC that I've seen. And listen, Starfield's like a whole can of worms in and of itself. really enjoy Bethesda games. Even Elder Scrolls isn't really my thing, but I played through like Oblivion and Skyrim. Those are the two that, obviously they're the most accessible, I would say, because you can... Skyrim's on everything, and Oblivion has... I played it on 360, but it's also been remastered recently, and it's actually a really good port. I really do enjoy that. But I enjoy a lot of things that Bethesda does. But man, Starfield just was not it. And I could see how thinking you're going to have the revenue from that and it not being there and you looking for ways to recoup that money. Because as it stands now, we have Elder Scrolls 6 is the next title. I know Fallout 3 Remastered was rumored to be a thing. And I wouldn't be surprised to see that shadow dropped in the similar way that they did the Oblivion drop. But as it stands now, that's been delayed because I don't think any information's come out about it. And it's been a little while now since those leaks came out. So they're at least like a little bit delayed on it. Man, where did this guy come from? Man, that was terrible shooting. My guy sucks. Where are we at here? 16 minutes. There, we got a little bit more time. Hopefully I can make it to the museum in this episode. That would be perfect. That's kind of where I'm hoping to get to. At least get the dish. Like, I don't have to finish the quest, but at least get the dish. And then we can finish it up and move on in the next sode. Oh yeah, I gotta go all the way through. Free 308 rounds. Take that. Oh, come on. Oh, here he comes. Get those guys done. Ooh, assault rifle's looking a little dingy here. Let's get that fixed up. Oh, alright. Really dingy, Jesus. I guess it did burn through 200 rounds, so yeah, it is what it is. Alright, so we touched on Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition and how much of a flop that is. That's a shame. I actually heard there's some cool content with it. There was like some bounty hunter update that was New Vegas inspired. That's shameless. Obviously, they know that's going to be a draw, so they just did that. But, whatever. I like being pandered to as well, so I'm not immune to it. I'm not going to sit here and be all high and mighty and pretend like the pandering doesn't work on me. But, so we did that. We did YouTube stuff. Talking about how much I've enjoyed doing this. What else we got today? What else I want to talk about? Let's do this real quick first. Well, that was really easy. Oof. Do that. Rognak, darts. All good. Alright. Getting close now, getting close. Just gotta make it through some more raiders. Yeah, I know, I'm dead. Whatever. Just relax. I guess something else we could talk about while I have you guys here is, man, is there no good casual arcade multiplayer shooter anymore that is, like, even worth playing? Like, what is there anymore? Like, I know Call of Duty's still out there, but the standard 6v6 team deathmatch, search and destroy, domination, create a class system, it's just not there anymore. They've put too much time and money into the Warzone mode, which makes them the most money, so I get it. From a financial standpoint, that makes sense. Like, I can't hate it. Ooh, microfusion cells. Gonna need those. I knew there was one back here. Like, I get it. From you're running a business standpoint, that makes the most sense, right? But from I like playing the game, so I would really like them to do X thing. I just really wish they would put some more time and effort into the 6v6 multiplayer. I wish they wouldn't put such an emphasis on the battle pass system, because I hate battle passes. I can't stand them. I know it's technically free content, but having, like, if, for example, you have 100 tiers, right? Actually, I was saving my laser pistol for in here, so let's use that. Let's say you have 100 tiers, right? 20 of those tiers, you can unlock a free item, right? And, you know, I understand they're trying to make money here, right? So, obviously, the items you earn for free aren't going to be as interesting as the items that you could pay for, right? There's a reason that they've put the most interesting items in the pay section. And it's because they want your money. It's as simple as it gets. It's basic economics at a point, right? I think there's a stealth bow over here. I'm going to go grab that real quick, too. Is there two? There's two. Alright, perfect. Oh, well, let me do this level up, and we'll continue on with my point. Let's finish that. Lockpick's at 50. I like it at 50. I kind of want to do science up a bit more. Do science to 35. I'm not using sneak as much as I would. I think lasers are naturally silent, though. So, you know, let's do a little speed or a little sneak. Now, what do I want? Do I want bloody mess just for the goof? More caps. Using a pistol or one-handed weapon. Toughness, lead belly. Oh, lead belly, absolutely. You know, we're gonna drink from a ton of sinks, ton of toilets in this game, just because, you know, I'm trying to skimp on saving stim packs. So that perk will come in handy. Anyway, so on to my rant about battle passes and how much I hate them. I don't like spending additional money to have the ability to unlock things. That doesn't seem right to me. Like, if you had a battle pass and it had 100 tiers and you could for free unlock everything in the battle pass by grinding it out, right? Sort of like Grand Theft Auto Online. It's one of the reasons that I don't bitch about Grand Theft Auto Online and actually enjoy the content, is they give you access to everything, right? Like, you download the game, the DLC releases day one. You can buy, if you've grinded out the money, you can buy everything released in that DLC pack, right? And I like that because, you know, like, whether it's a little grindy to unlock things, it is what it is, right? Like, you still have the option to do that. Oh, we got a quantum out of that. That's good. Whereas Call of Duty, it's, you don't have access to everything. You can pay to have access to all of the Battle Pass items. And then on top of that, if you spend, I don't even know the specific amounts. I believe it's 10 and 25, or maybe it's 12 and 25. Just know that the base Battle Pass is normally like half of the deluxe battle passes that they offer in these games now. And the deluxe battle pass is something like, spend $25, you unlock all the battle pass items, you unlock the ability to grind for all the battle pass items, and then you get a certain number of skips. So like, if there's 100 tiers, you could skip 25 or 30 of them, so you get 30 for free. But it's like, I spent money on this. Like, why do I not just have? Why do I have to spend 10 and then grind, right? I don't... Like, I'm 30 years old at this point. I know the value of $1. Like, I pay my own bills. I have done so for a while now. Oh, this guy's gonna melt me. Hang on one second. Let's repair that limb. Oh, I didn't do the Grognak. Let's do that real quick. 3 Nuka-Colas, do a Psycho, and a Medics. And then do a stim pack. Oh, damn it. See, I always hit that button. I always hit LB instead of RB in this game. I think LB is, oh, I'm in third person. I think LB is set up as my VATS button in 476 or something like that, right? I'll do that. I could do the Prime subplot here. There is a, or I guess, unmarked quest. There's a... Oh, I might be able to hack. No, I don't have 50, right. There's a small side quest that's unmarked where you can get the passcode to this terminal that unlocks that safe, and it gives you like some caps and some ammo and all that. You just have to run through a couple of terminals. I'm not going to do that unless one of you guys wants to see it and you request it, which, you know, nobody's watching this, so you won't. But maybe in like 20 episodes somebody will ask about it. But the reason I'm not doing that is because you get the unique Chinese assault rifle, and seeing as how I'm going to be an energy weapons character, I don't need it. So I'm not really worried about that. Come in here, get the quantum. I don't have 75, so I can't do that. I guess I could hack this, but I don't know what that... Maybe I'll unlock the safe. Let's try it. I mean, I assume there's plenty of people out there who feel similarly, and then there's the people out there who are firmly in the camp of who cares what people spend their money on, and I get that, and I understand that, and I also agree. Like, you can spend your money on whatever. Like, if you wanted to work your job, pay your bills, deal with the the hardships of inflation. There's too many bees here. This is gonna be brutal. Rarely. Firmly no. Oh well, not worried about it. I'm taking too long. What do we got here? 26. What do we got? Oh, right. Right, get ambushed. See, I understand there's people out there who, don't care. Spend your money on whatever you want to do. But if you want to deal with working hard, right? If you're a blue-collar person like me, you go out, you work hard, you come home, you have to spend your money on bills and groceries and your family and things like that, right? And you're dealing with, the impacts of inflation and, all the stuff with, jacking up the grocery prices, energy costs are up, all that, right? You're dealing with all that. And then on top of that, you just want to sit down and play a video game. Like, this is supposed to be your escape. You're supposed to be able to sit down at the end of the day, turn your brain off, just be like, I'm not dealing with any of the bullshit that's going on in the world right now. I just want to sit down. I want to turn my brain off, and I want to run around and play a team deathmatch with my friends, right? And that's a nice way to escape. And it's also the same for, like, younger kids. Like, if you're, like, when I was in high school, I didn't have much money. I would have said I was poor. We skipped meals at times, and sometimes you went to bed because that was dinner for the night. It was a nap. But, even then I didn't have the money. So when a map pack came out and I spent my $15 for, 4 multiplayer maps and a zombies map, I felt like I got my money's worth out of it because I spent my money and I unlocked all of the content. I didn't have to go and worry about, I only have I got 90 days to play this game and to unlock all these items, and if I don't do that, then I've wasted time and I've wasted money because I haven't completed everything in that pass. And I think some games, I don't know if Call of Duty does this because I don't engage with the battle pass, but I have heard that some games allow you to, if you spent your money on a season, to keep that season and just go back to it whenever. I like that feature, but I just wish it was all free, and when you spent your money, like, instead of spending $12 to unlock the ability to grind, I wish you spent... Ooh, that thing is moving real funky. That is not good. Alright. Anyway, really distracting. I wish instead of spending your $12 to unlock the ability to grind, that you just had it. Like, you spent your $12 and you unlocked all 100 things. Almost like a skip. But I know that's never going to happen because people have already spent their money on it and proven that it doesn't matter. Pardon me. It doesn't matter that, this is a ripoff in the purest terms. People will spend their money on it, and that's all that matters. Is that if people will spend their money on it, then they will keep creating it. So what are you going to do? Rant over. Done talking about that. Now we're going to finish this episode out on a bummer. So, man, I guess this is going to have to be like a video rant diary at a certain point, right? Because, I bitched about Fallout 4 in the last video, bitched about battle passes in this video. I don't know. I feel like that was on my mind, needed to be said. It's a lot of things that are obvious. It's a lot of things that, it's like, duh. Like, this is a known issue. But I don't know, the more we talk about it, maybe we can see some change initiated. So I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to talk to Three Dog and finish this dialogue out. I'm going to mute myself for that, and I'll catch you guys in episode 4. Have a great day, and let's hear Three Dog.
Hey, all right! The hero of the wasteland returns. Hey, you're the one who deserves all the thanks. You struck a major blow against tyranny. Now, GNR can be heard clear across the capital wasteland again. That'll give Eden and those muties something to think about. But before I get back to my calling, I bet you want to hear about your dad. Whoa now, dry your eyes. A promise is a promise, and I will provide. When your dad passed through here, he and I talked for a good long time. He's a real stand-up kind of guy. He mentioned some scientific mumbo-jumbo which didn't make sense to me. And mentioned something called Project Purity. He also said something about going to visit a Dr. Lee in Rivet City. Then he left in a hurry. You've never heard of Rivet City? Wow. Just wow. Well, a whole bunch of people got together and turned a beached aircraft carrier into a town. Pretty cool, huh? Just follow the river south from here. There's no way you can miss it. Anytime you need a place to crash, duck in here. Be glad to provide.
Take it easy, fellas. See y'all in the next one.